click it now so we make sure.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Predator Pro Billiard Series here at the Rio Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada, in conjunction with the CSI Expo. Tonight, we have something special for you. Face-off of the ages. Two of the best in the world at playing one pocket. Give a warm welcome to Josh Filler. Give a big hand to Shane Van Boening. Go for the lag.
And hello and welcome, folks. What a beautiful day in Las Vegas we're having. And what a treat of a match we have for you. As you just heard, two of the best players in the world, Shane Van Boening and Joshua Filler, are playing one pocket, race to 5. In the booth with me, this is George Chohan. In the booth with me, we have a one pocket expert, a straight pool expert, a pool expert, and one of my favorite people when it comes to a pool table. Otherwise, he's a nice guy, John Schmidt.
Thank you, George. Good to be here. I'm excited too. You know, I've never claimed to be the best commentator, but I guarantee I like one pocket as much as anybody alive, and I'm really excited to watch this. They took the top plate off this table about an hour ago, and they reduced the pocket size to 4 1/8, which is, the players really like that. It produces more moves and more innings. So very difficult conditions, and anybody that follows pool knows these are two titans of the game, and I'm really interested to see how this match turns out. Now, this corner ball might leak out. Okay, that'll be a re-rack. Automatic re-rack because he made one on the break. I like that rule.
For those of you that don't play one pocket, what he did there was he broke the balls to one side, and when he breaks to that side, that will be his pocket on that side, as you see it there. And now he will he has to make 8 balls in that pocket before Shane makes 8 balls in the other corner pocket. If it goes in any of the above pockets, side pockets and up, it gets respotted. Those are neutral pockets. So first 1 to 8, and you can see they'll try to use the rack like as a blocker and put a ball in front of their hole for a shot until they get an open shot to run more balls. John?
Break. You know, and I can't guarantee this, but I'm pretty sure the game of one pocket was invented in 1940 in Oklahoma. And it probably sounded stupid when the first guy said, hey, let's just play the game where you shoot all the balls in one hole. But it's my favorite game. I think it's the best pool game. And if you're not familiar with it and you're open-minded and you give it a chance, it can really grow on you.
Would you agree with something that I like to say is if you play one pocket and you get to know it real well, it will improve your safety play.
Oh,
it will improve your position play, your ball speed. And one of the most important things is the pocket ball speed. You get to where you're shooting those to your hole, in front of your hole, and then get behind the stack so that you can protect that ball.
A great point, George, and I've said this many times. I believe that one pocket is the best game in the world to showcase your pool skills. It's not the best game in the world to learn all the pool skills, but it's the best showcase of your learned pool skills. So, you know, you have to pocket balls, play shape, understand all the billiards and anything involving a rail. So the players respect this game, and
Shane shooting.
Yeah, they like playing. Now,
oh, he got good there. Go ahead, John.
Well, for one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world, he won't be happy with that because he figured to make that ball. Now, Josh is shooting this opposite-handed.
Much easier shot.
Yeah, it was easier. Nice little rub there to get started.
What I was going to say before Shane shot was he's going to shoot a very low percentage shot. And if you saw the 4 open balls around Josh's pocket, if he misses, Josh will pretty much take the first game because both of these guys with an open shot will play position for those. For instance, the 2, the 12, the 15, the 7 ball right next to his hand, the ball up by the side pocket. They'll pocket all those balls, and when they lay like this, they only need to get 8.
Well, and the thing is too, Josh broke the ball, so Shane was thinking, well, I'm an underdog because it was his break. I want to try to break serve and go for this tough cut. You know, and of course, early match jitters. It's the first shot of the match, and you're not quite comfortable yet. Even Shane Van Boening, believe it or not, probably feels a little bit of match nerves. He's human.
And the other thing, it was a very good break. He had 3 open balls to his pocket, and Shane had no way to get in front of Josh's pocket. So he said, well, I should be able to make this ball, and let's see if I can reposition anything and take advantage.
Very good shot there. You know, when you're frozen to the rail like that, it looks very straightforward from home, but that's quite missable if you put any unintended side spin on the cue ball.
Well, it's missable for us mere mortals.
Yeah, normal
but
human beings.
This young man, he's got a tough shot here. A little tougher than he wanted to shoot. He would have liked to maybe opened up a shot.
Nice shot there.
Oh, and that's it. Shane is very fortunate that that's all he got.
Well, Josh is actually pretty happy he didn't get trapped behind the 9 where he couldn't remove the 13. So now he's going to bank this ball into the 9 and try to drift upstream. But he can leave a bank shooting a shot like this. A lot of times this sells out a bank shot. That's decent. Good result. Good result. Shane, I don't believe can do anything with the 2.
No, he can't. Or he can't bank the 4 to get by the 2 and the 12. He may look at doing something with the 15 ball, and he may just take that 9 ball completely out of play and stick the 2 ball there, but he wants more.
Yeah, when you're down 5-0, if you knock this ball out of play, that favors Josh. So Shane will be looking to keep the balls in play, as we call it, and shoot some kind of containing shot where they don't all get knocked out of play. Yeah, he's considering either banking the 2 and going into the top of the 13. And that's a little bit of a car wreck that can work sometimes, but when you're down 5-0, you have to do something exotic to steal the game because against Josh Filler, you're not going to win by just dinking around.
And car wreck is right because he could just drive right off the bridge.
Well, and Shane, after missing that first shot, knows, okay, I've painted myself into a corner. I'm really supposed to lose the game anyway from here. Let's see if we can steal this game from outer space. Because if Shane was up 5 balls tonight, he would never do something like this. Yeah, he's going to try not to scratch off the 13.
He
that's
wasn't
pretty decent. But see, he's keeping the balls kind of in play with this shot.
Notice what he did with the cue ball. He put it right behind, he tucked it underneath by that 9 ball where there's no return shot.
Right. Tries to move a couple to his side of the board. Good shot.
I think right here he's trying to go underneath that 13 and slide to his pocket and get behind the 9. But it hit the ball full.
Josh is just looking to drive balls out of play.
Not give up a return bank. Notice he leaves the 2 ball, but the 2 ball has a kiss. So he won't shoot that towards his pocket.
I don't believe Shane can do much here, but you just do not want Josh to get down underneath him and knock him out of play because then your chance of winning is just 0.
What do you think you like there? I like just taking the 9 ball out and sticking the cue ball right where the 9 is.
I'll be honest with you, George. If you do that, and they start going up and upstream, you're really and see a 5 ball lead on pockets this small is really a good lead because it's very hard to get up and run 6, 7, 8. Shane needs to figure out a way to keep the cue ball down at the breaking end of the table where the balls have to be driven to the other end. Easier said than done.
He's going to go off the 4 to the 9 again, I think.
That's not bad. I mean, that's all he can do.
And notice the chance he took just to get a ball on his side in play.
If I'm Josh, I'm just driving something up into Indiana somewhere here. Get him out of town. Yeah, drive the 2 into the 14. Put the cue ball right where he laid his cue. Your goal from here is to just not scratch and move balls up table. Very simple. Now, Shane has to do way more. Now here, believe it or not, it might not lead to much, but you can play the billiard bank on the 12 to your side.
And by that, you're saying play off the 2 into the 12 and bank it to your
with
hole.
With left-hand English and kind of gear effect the 12 to your hole. It might even wreck a few balls over to Shane's side, so this could be fairly productive.
Would you be concerned about giving a return bank? That's
yeah. Shane's in a terrible spot here.
Look at his hand tremble.
Yeah, he shot my shot. Now, even though that looks reckless and it didn't work out this time, relative to the count, I agree with that shot. And there's a reason that the best player in the world just shot it. It was actually his only viable play.
It was a good play. I like it.
If
he hits it good, he can get something out of it.
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't hit it real good.
That's right. Well, the 7 hit the point and came back, and the 2 got away, but well, I'll tell you what, it could have been worse.
He's cutting this ball.
Well, I think he's just driving it out of play. Oh, he did cut it,
he's
George.
cutting the ball.
Jeez,
Sure.
He's shooting at his hole.
And this should be game over.
Yep.
He needs 3 balls. 2 more now.
Boy, he made that look easy.
He makes every shot look
Yeah,
easy.
I know, right?
And game number 1 will go to Joshua Filler. And ladies and gentlemen out there, you one-pocket players that don't play one pocket, you'll soon learn to love the game. They are on a 45-second shot clock. And Josh just won that 8-0 in less than 11 minutes.
Yeah, you know, and you have to know how to switch gears and play a different style. When you play on pockets this small, there's more value to getting balls anywhere near your side or near the pocket. Normally, on a looser table, you can't just put something near your hole and put the guy down on the end rail because they'll elevate, punch something in, shoot a combo. But on this table, just getting something within a couple of feet of your hole is stronger than on a loose table. So you're going to see them go to the end rail with the cue ball a little more often here.
And what you see for a crowd, folks, are all the league players from the BCA Pool League and the USA Pool Leagues here in Las Vegas for their annual Q Sports International Expo for their World Championship and National Championships. That corner ball's coming out.
Well, you better hope that 9 gets in.
It does.
Wow.
And one of the rules is if you make a ball on the break, it will be a re-rack. And fortunately for Shane, that ball went in.
Now, on brand new cloth, you're more apt to have that corner ball go over there because there's less friction. And what I like to do is I would move my cue ball where Shane's standing. I think he should move the cue ball to his left 3-4 inches, which would put less impact on the side of the rack. And that corner ball doesn't quite jump over there as far. He knows that, of course, but I think he was shocked too that ball moved as far as it did.
When you make that adjustment, do you hit the head ball a little fuller or a little less head ball?
You would probably be hitting it less heavy. You'd be putting less energy into the top 2 balls. And so, of course, that end ball doesn't have as much hit put on it. Well, he just went with a completely different break, hit farther down and softer to be safe. Don't blame him one bit.
That is a total safety break.
Yeah.
Just he gets 1 ball out in play, and he's pretty much guaranteed not to scratch or have that ball leak out.
Can Josh? No, I don't believe he can get to the 3 ball and do much. He might be able to get through to the 11 ball, which would be not good for Shane.
On our monitor, you're right. It looks like he has a little window between
Yeah.
the 12 and the 3 to get to the 11. It's on the rail.
He'd like to knock this into the balls and
It
go
looks-
down table with the cue ball.
That's what he's shooting. Look
Oh
at
my
this.
goodness, look at this.
Millimeters. Nothing but millimeters he had there, and he went through the window, opened the window, and stepped through the door.
Yeah, that was quite a shot. Well, the momentum's in Josh's favor. He's up 1-0 and might steal this game on Shane's break. So Shane's not looking too excited over there about it so far.
And by the way, they are playing. The winner takes $10,000. The loser is going to ask that guy to buy him dinner.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that was a nice hit right there. To get that 11 that close to the pocket and hide Shane. Shane now has to kick. The 3's kind of in the way of the kick. He would have to come maybe off the 12. I mean, this is precarious right here.
Is there a 3-rail kick there?
Well, you know, yes, but you know, there's no guarantee to hit it. Yeah, Shane's in a terrible spot.
Because the 3 ball blocks the 1-rail kick.
This is when I usually just give up.
Close.
I mean, just,
John, I've played you one pocket. You know, you have no give up.
oh yeah.
You have no give up.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to come off this 12. The problem with that too is you end up knocking so many balls to your opponent's side when you come off the 12. So even if he hits this correctly, it's not ideal. This is hard to gauge right here on new cloth. This can get away from you easy. Oh boy, yeah, that's a
and missed it
toughie.
again. And here's Josh Filler off to the races.
I've lost every way possible, George, so I know all the bad stuff. I see it before it happens, I know.
Now, Josh, we did this. We did a match like this yesterday with Tony Chohan and Francisco Bustamante.
Yeah.
And I saw some comments here and there that said you were trying to lay low like you don't play the game.
No,
And you were going to post a telephone number that said 1-800 book some action.
Oh yeah, no, everybody.
And this is about fun. John and I just, it's a great game. It is a great, great game. It involves every discipline of pool: 3-cushion billiards, carom, running balls.
Yeah,
everything.
you really have to be good at all the facets.
All
of it,
those
for
things.
sure.
It helps your game.
Now Shane has to figure out some kind of way to either bank a ball in his hole or knock this 11 in. And it looks to me like, wow, is he shooting at a bank on pockets this tight? Oh, whoa, what a shot.
Yes.
What a shot, Shane Van Boening.
Well, put that man up against the wall and he's going to bounce off.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been 2-0 right there.
And look where he shot the ball through.
Well, I tell you, and that took a lot of feel because he couldn't like really rip that bank in and shorten the angle like good players like to do. He had to kind of let it release and let go, and those are hard to gauge.
Nice. Smart play.
Yeah.
He didn't try to go through the window. He didn't try to go through the window between the 2-5. He came straight up for the next shot, and he'll work around it from here.
Yeah, Shane's
smart.
a great ball runner, great straight pull player. He's just great. He just absolutely plays every pull game at the zenith of human ability.
And what looked like he was in dire straits,
Right.
he's now running balls, and he's got 5 or 6 more to run.
Yeah.
And in position to run.
Very gutsy bank you
Yeah.
made, George.
Very well. Desperation makes for great
Well,
shots.
I mean, a lot of players would have just tried to figure out a way to make the 11, and he said, no, I'm going. You know, when you own like 14 houses like Shane, shoot at your hole.
Well, he needs 4 more. Filler needs 7. He should be able to come off this 2 ball, gets the top of the 10, and that's his next shape.
Yeah, you've got to be careful to not trap yourself when you
Yes.
shoot this to where you can't do something with the 11.
He went
See,
forward.
this is a, yeah, good shot. He made sure to get out where he could do something with the 11 if he had to.
So apparently he couldn't draw it back past the 10, so he went forward with it to that side of the table so he'd have a shot.
Still pressure on Shane. If
Mhm.
you miss this 5 ball, you could blow the game because the 4-7 goes to Josh's hole. Yeah, this is tricky.
This is a big shot here.
Right. Better
And-
not miss this one.
He's playing position on the 8.
Great shot. Hits a point. Look at this. Hit the point. Come out for shape. Beautiful.
And I think he'd be tickled pink to be able to steal this game back.
Well, the interesting thing is Shane has to make a great shot right here. This is plenty missable in these little tiny pockets, and then he would still need 1. So if he, you know, he better be careful and make this for sure.
He's coming back for the 10.
Oh. Okay, I like
was
this.
wrong.
Just, yeah, let's just give him the 11, knock the 9 away a little bit.
Can he bank the 9 to his hole?
No, not on the new cloth. Even on wet cloth, you wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
But he'll want to knock the 9 away a little bit too here. Good shot. Nice shooting.
And 7 balls from where he thought he might give up the game. But he went for it instead.
Well, relative to the count here, even as difficult as it is, I believe Josh might bank this 3, because if it does go, then he would have, you know, let's say a 1 in 5 chance to win the game. Right now he's 1 in like 4 million. So this is a shot you would shoot in this spot. Oh, wow. This might go. Oh, hit it good. Wow,
Oh,
what a
wow.
shot. What
No,
a shot.
4 1/8 inch pockets.
That was
but the
incredible.
new cloth
Yeah.
allowed it to slide.
Sure, but just really a great strike being stuck
Watch
in that
this.
pocket way back there like that.
It hits the middle diamond and still slides in.
Yeah, and at that speed, you know, you figure, yeah, because we make the pocket so small that you can't ever slide anything, and then it just a race to 3 would take 4 days or something. Wow, nice shot there.
Yeah,
Boy, Shane's sweating bullets right now.
sure, because he can get these 2. He'll get this one, the 7 and the 4, and then come up for the 9.
Wow, nice shot. Pockets are, you know, these are 4 1/8 is small, and as you saw yesterday, the greatest players in the world missing balls, so
We had to
really
play.
has to. Nice hit. He might come back and steal this game. Unbelievable. Oh,
No.
this will be pretty.
Oh,
Well,
look at
he might draw back George and bank the 9, but I think he can cheat it and maybe get behind the 9. If anybody can do it, Superman here can.
I think so, and he
Oh,
did.
he hit it perfectly. Easy.
He did. And out of nowhere,
Now this shot's a little sketchy because the cue ball's going to chase the 9, so you have to really turn it with left-hand English with a thick hit so the cue ball doesn't chase this 9 and hit it again. Yeah, that's why you just saw him shake his head and go, I don't
still-
even know if he can shoot it, George.
would you even consider shooting this ball 3 rails? Side rail,
Well,
back rail, top rail, and back
yeah,
in the pocket.
The bank is not bad either, where the cue ball,
and the
no,
cue
he's
ball goes
going
right, he's
for
cutting it,
a
yeah.
bunch of draw and left English. You've got to hit it kind of soft. Yeah, he hit it like Joshua Filler. Overcut it just a smidge. Shane's happy to see that.
And now they're going to play some 1 ball,
Yeah.
1 pocket.
This,
We had 1 game like this yesterday. It went down to the last ball.
Shane would like to just flick this away with left English and run the cue ball back down where his elbow is. Don't scratch.
Corner.
Oh,
He's
it let
okay.
go nice. Good shot. About all you could do there. I had a friend one time, I was in this position playing a game, he used to stake me. I kid you not, he walked up and he goes, John, how many do you need? I was like, oh man. Oh, he got the
double kiss. The dreaded,
double kiss there.
the
Which
dreaded double. This
Yep.
ball banks.
very easy to do.
Does he? Would you worry about scratching in the right-hand corner?
Oh yeah, and there's a double
Yeah.
kiss here. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not easy. Shane might
Yeah.
not even shoot this. It looks like he is though. Left-hand English. That's not too shabby from there.
Notice how they bank at pocket speed so it doesn't come up and give them the return bank to your opponent.
I'll tell you, I've seen them all. I've played them all. You know, got the T-shirt and everything. The best I've ever seen playing one ball, one pocket, I don't care what anybody says, was Cliff Joyner. I played him a good 100 hours worth in his prime, and beating him when there was one ball left on the table, it was like impossible. You know, he just, the best I ever seen. And that's saying something, because all the modern players are fantastic with one ball left, but Cliff was just something else at it.
Well, there's a player that knew every shot, knew every safe, and then invented what he didn't know.
Yeah. You know, with the new cloth, you can sometimes play this 3-railer because it'll really let go on the 3rd rail. Like, watch this
Like
open
that?
up. Yeah, that's going to threaten the hole, if not go dead
It's
center.
in.
Nice shot, Shane. We got a match, folks.
We got a match of what an exhibition of offense.
Yeah, great shot making.
What an exhibition. We had that yesterday, too. We're going to be treated to more today. 2 days in a row. I can't believe this. We should be paying Predator for having us here.
I mean, Josh has made some incredible shots, and so has Shane. Very impressive offensively so far. The moving has been a little aggressive, and it's gotten away from them a couple times, but offensively, wow. This is how tough it is to win at this level. Think about how many great shots Josh made in that rack and lost the rack.
Yeah, think about Shane. He was
you're
down
right.
to one ball. Yeah, that's quite the firepower we're taking a look at, and quite a break here.
Yeah.
Shane's put on a good break. He's got.
I think, you know, again, from this perspective, I'm guessing a little bit. I like to come off the 9 here underneath the 12 if that's available. But I try not to like always guess what the players do. We just watch and see what they do. Yeah, I can't be wrong every time. But yeah, that's about all he had there. Now, I like going to the in rail here. Just put the cue ball on the in rail. Like Alan Hopkins taught me a long time ago. He said, one pocket is a race to the in rail. If you get balls by your side and the cue ball frozen up on that back rail, usually good things will happen. Now Shane's in a tough spot, because if he kicks down underneath this 12, and he'll probably try that and hope that it blocks the banking lane on the 8. He's considering kicking the 6. Or, well, sometimes the 6 will go off the back of the 8, and the cue ball will glance down under the 12. But from here, Shane's big underdog.
You don't like kicking the 12 softly.
Well,
it's just going to get him in more trouble.
Yeah, and then Josh is going to bank to 11, but you know that's coming. Yeah, the only thing I like about the 6 is that you can put enough pace on this kick to make something productive happen. The kick on the 12, you're going to hit it super soft to guard the bank on the 8, so nothing good can really happen. You can just survive to fight another day. The 6, I kind of agree with, because at least you could shimmy something over by your pocket. So you'd hit this with a high left cue ball. Yeah, nice shot. That's exactly what he was trying to do. Nice shot.
And for a bonus, the 6-8 lined
up.
up.
Yeah, they're deader than Elvis. Now Josh is going to shoot this bank, unless that would leak the cue ball out enough for Shane to play the 6-8 combination from on table. So we're going to have to find out the old-fashioned way and just watch. But I think Josh is concerned about that 6-8.
Something you don't see every day.
No.
He shoots so straight that you expect him to be very, very close.
Oh, look at this. Now 12 ball. The 12 ball might be dead, and Shane's going to come look at it. It could be dead in this hole. That could be a game changer.
Does it go by the 8? Yes, it does.
Well, it's gonna throw downhill.
Sure.
I'll tell you what, I
Sure.
like shooting this kick, and you'd hit this kick with a high left cue ball so that the cue ball, when it comes off the 11, kind of stays against this long rail. Big momentum shift if he could make this steal a game on Josh's break. Up. Well, you know, that's the risk you take.
Yeah.
You go for something like that. It could have worked out, but Josh thrilled that he didn't kick that in.
Well, the shot laid there for it, but
It
he still
did.
had to execute it.
Now, what Josh would like to do is land on this 14 ball so that it's like a straight pull shot. He'd be able to make the 14 and go into the 7. If he could jump off the, oh yeah, he's in a good spot. He'll try to nudge into the 7-4 here and open up these balls a little bit. So he won't hit this super hard, I don't think. There you go, just like that. Nice shot. Ah, Shane's sick because that kick was pretty wired.
Well, so far they both maintained their serve.
No, Shane's quite the competitor, because if I ever had 14 houses, I'm not trying this hard. He's going to fight tooth and nail.
Shane doesn't like to lose.
No, he's
He
quite.
doesn't care about it.
Yeah, it's not about the money at this point.
They're playing for 10,000. He doesn't care about the 10,000. He doesn't want to lose to Josh Filler.
Right.
I mean, for a while, Josh was his nemesis.
Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of guys on tour. I noticed that they just always seem to win against a certain player. But with Josh, Shane just seems to not get his momentum, and because nobody has like Shane's number. There's nobody that can say, "Oh, I beat Shane more than he beats me."
Yeah.
But Josh might be able to say that.
Oh, that was
Okay.
fortunate,
Yeah.
fortunate.
Yeah, Shane's happy to see that.
He was trying to hit those balls and come up for the 9 or whatever balls were on that side. Now he has to remove the 12. Joshua Filler, the killer.
Good shot. Now see, this table's so difficult that Shane knows that he could possibly bank the 15, hang it down by his pocket, and freeze the cue ball in the in rail. Even for Joshua Filler, he's not going to just pound the 12 in. Because if you do anything else, then Josh will start knocking balls out of play, and you're done. But I guess he's going to try to maybe come off the 12 and put the cue ball on the back rail. Got to watch the side pocket point. Well, that's not bad.
There.
That's all you can do.
You know, one of the things that probably bothers Shane in the back of his mind is, since the inception of Fargo, Shane had the highest Fargo ever. Filler comes along, and after a couple of years, he's now 10 points higher than Shane.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And Fargo doesn't really come into play for Onepocket, but by the same token, he was king. He was king for a long time.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, well, the way I rate Fargo is I look at his titles, and Shane has about 200 wins. I'm thinking that's about as high a Fargo as you can get. I mean, it's just, I mean, he's had a multi-million-dollar career. He's probably won $1 million worth of just events, not to mention, you know, lessons, sponsors, money games. It's pretty incredible.
Trying to twist that ball. Giving up a
Nice
shot.
shot. Well, when you're up 5-0, though, I don't think Filler should shoot this one, but I have a feeling he's going to.
I like banking the 6. There's a window that goes to your pocket.
Oh, he
But
hit
he
that
made the
so
ball.
nice. And he was able to hold the cue ball more behind the 9 than I thought. It really looked thin, so he read, you know, he could see down the barrel, obviously, better than me.
That was just amazing that he's able to hold for this 9.
Yeah,
Got a
it was
shot.
available. It didn't look
Yeah.
available. Nice shot. Really great shot, obviously. Yeah, he's dialed in to the swerve and slide and deflection because all his spin shots have been going in real nice.
And we wondered why they weren't practicing earlier.
Well, this might help the players at home if you're not familiar, but a straight in shot will act the same in Egypt as it will Ohio. But when you have 5 minutes to practice before a match, what I like to do, and I think would help everybody at home, is shoot spin shots, because those are different on every table across the world. The straight ins, you're not going to learn anything shooting a straight in because there's no swerve involved. So you'll see these pros, they'll get up and shoot some spins if they only have a rack or two to practice to kind of get the swerve rate in their mind.
The swerve, also the how the rails react to the spin.
Right, sure.
Especially in this game.
Yes.
Well,
Nice
anytime you leave that ball low like that, you're not going to like when you come back to the table.
Yeah, he's going to try to high-speed kick this out. Sometimes this 7 will go into like the 9-3 and good things will happen. Oh, okay. Well, he was able to go ball first. That's pretty good also.
Three games, and Shane has been blanked in balls.
Yeah,
2 of them.
well, you know, George, I mean, think about it. You're down 2-1, and you've just broke, and it looks like Filler just broke, so Shane's up against it pretty bad here. He's going to try to drive this. Oh, this is tough. But, yeah, good little shot there.
Oh, beautiful.
That's about all he could do.
That's beautifully executed. This is tough either way.
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
You might take a foul here.
Yeah, that was
Ball throws
actually
on the
real
rail.
productive.
Yes.
He moved a lot of balls out to his side, built his little sand castle around his pocket, and Josh is trapped against this ball. So you might see him take a foul here. Oh no, he can graze off this. Nice shot. And you know, when we talk about people learning pool with YouTube, it's same for Josh Filler. He's like 21 years old, and in 1 year he can learn 10 years worth of one pocket moves by watching it online, and now he's one of the premier players in the world. Back in my day, I mean, you had to play 10 years of one pocket to learn it, and now you can watch it in 3 months.
Joshua is 27.
Oh, is he 27
Yeah.
now? Wow.
I still think about him
I
as
know,
in his early 20s too.
right.
I do. I have to
Yeah,
remind
time's
myself
flying
that
by.
Joshua and Federer have both gotten into their mid-20s. Just a few days ago, they came into the U.S. and they were only 20 years old, 21 and 22.
Shot. Look at this shot. Played it. Yeah, he didn't have a banking lane with the 13 there, so he had to play it off the 3. And that would help his cue ball move up a little higher, so that was nice. That worked out well. I'll tell you what, if he can 3-rail this 7 towards his hole and put the cue ball all the way down on the back rail, I think that's what he'll choose. This will open up, so you can hit straight at this ball. Now watch it open up. Here it comes. Glance off the side of something. A lot of times that'll go right in off the 6, and you're off and running.
Shane just got inducted to the BCA Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would think so. If he's not going to make it, I don't know who would.
At 41 years of age. They didn't wait very long, did they?
No, they could have put him in 12 years ago. I kind of like Josh banking the 6, but he doesn't figure it's not going to hit anything is what he's worried about. He really needs to clip something. You don't want to just shoot it through the gap. It's kind of a waste of an inning.
You know, they keep showing a view of the audience. There's a guy standing right behind Joshua Filler that reminds me of Terry Bradshaw. Did
Okay.
you see that guy right there?
Okay. Yeah.
He's standing right behind him from a certain shot. He kind of looks just like Terry Bradshaw. Let's see if they show it again. I'll point it out.
Yeah, you got to play this kind of soft, get the cue ball. Yeah, that was pretty good result there.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a real good result. Boy.
you see anything you like there?
Well, no, Shane's gonna have to do some kind of ducking and jiving because really Josh has 3 threats by his hole.
I kind of like taking that 15 at the 7, following it, and trying to get the cue ball behind that 3.
Yeah, if you can do that without getting a kiss.
See how it lays there?
Because if you get a double kiss, now
Yes.
you're going to leave
Yes,
a perfect
exactly.
bank. I think that's the shot. I don't see what else he can
No,
do.
he's going the other way.
Oh,
Doesn't look like he's going that
Ah.
way. Whoa.
wow. Well, that was a heck of a shot. He got the cue ball
Sure.
to stop perfectly. So great shot, moved a lot of balls to his side. I mean, if you can do that, for sure, that's the move.
Played a kick and stick, and the ball was almost a foot off the red.
I mean, yeah, and if you miss-hit that, though,
Sure.
that cue ball gets away from you. So nice shot, though. Okay, now Shane's got a chance. Shane's going to make sure the 14's not dead before he shoots this bank. See, he's going to walk over here and look and go, okay, the 14's not dead. I can shoot this. This will dictate whether he banks the ball or not.
I hate doing that because I might
Let the guy know.
let the guy know that he might have
Well-
a dead ball.
Well, sometimes you want to put on an Academy Award performance and say to your backer loud enough, oh, the 6 is dead.
So you'll shoot
When
it.
it's not,
When
you know,
it's
because
not,
some
yeah,
people,
okay.
and then some people go, what does he see? This ball is not dead.
I'll keep that in mind.
Tell you what, that's not terrible from where he was at. Pretty good shot.
So he saved that 5 ball for a later bank.
Well, I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if Josh banked the 5, but it looks like he's considering just trying. I don't know. I kind of like him doing something with the 5 and leaving the cue ball up where he's standing. This is interesting. This seems like this would take a lot of execution. Yeah, that's a pretty good little shot there. Now I like Shane going maybe through the 6 and kind of behind the 15 with left-hand English.
Protect those 2 balls in front of his hole. Gotcha.
You could also brush the 11 like over towards the 3 and put the cue ball up near the side, but I think behind the 15 is a little safer. The only problem with driving through this 6 is if you overcut this at all, you go right in the subway, right in the corner pocket. So this is actually a little tough.
Well, guys, keep in mind that in one pocket, you break towards the hole that you choose, you select.
Well, I tell you what, George, I think he's ramping up to like pound the 6 into the 11 and try to grenade stuff over to his hole, and then also get behind the 15, which ramps up the difficulty way much higher than what I'm suggesting of just floating through it. But to beat a Joshua Filler, you're not going to be able to patty cake your way around. You're going to have to shoot shots. A lot of difficulty involved. That's why he's taking so much time. He knows this is a crucial shot.
As you can hear, they're on a 45-second time clock. 90 seconds after the break and 45 seconds thereafter, they have one timeout.
I think
one extension.
I think he was ramping up to do something exotic there, and then the shot clock kind of made him go, okay, I waited too long. Let me just do something passive and get through this inning. Because he wouldn't have taken that long to just do something that soft. Oh, look at this shot.
Hello.
Really, Josh? Wow. Wow. Now I mean, that's a byproduct of Shane, I think, getting rushed a little bit there with the shot clock.
This is actually one of the first
Yeah.
one pocket games I've seen played on a shot clock.
Yep.
Well, yes, and yesterday's, of course. The other face-off between Bustamante and Chohan.
Oh. Well, for one of the premier ball runners in the world, he will not be happy with that, but Shane didn't mind it. Well, I think you're really just supposed to, well, he's going to try to bank this in and draw down and under and be straight in on the 4 or the 3 or something. Well, it doesn't look like he's cueing it to do that, though. What in the world? Look at this shot. Oh, he might have left the 9. But if he didn't, that was a great shot.
That's twice now they've shot a shot that looks like it's going to be at least a diamond or a diamond and a half short, and it goes right.
Oh,
to the
yeah,
pocket.
length. Yeah, let's go on
out. Sure does.
Oh, look at this. The spotted ball stops Shane. Wow.
Does it throw?
Now Shane's got a real issue. You see the 8-14, so that's going to limit where Shane can put the cue ball. He might have to just nick off these balls and lay the cue ball against the side rail over there.
Well, they removed the spotted ball and it goes back behind the 3. Now Shane still may have that 9
Yeah, he might
ball.
be able to pocket this 9, and I think
It's a
he's
risk.
going to have to shoot it.
Big risk, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
What about shooting the 2 ball into the 1 and trying to get the cue ball up to the upper
Well,
corner, left-hand corner?
No, the shot is this, because you're not going to get a better chance than this, and he's going to try to come off the 8 and into the 3-11 with this, or 3-13 with his cue ball. So he's going all in here with follow, and this could open up the balls. Oh boy, what a shot! That was a good shot to make that.
No reward.
Yeah, not really any reward.
The reward is he got out of a trap.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate to not get more than that. Now what has he got here? Well, I'll tell you what, I've seen.
2 rails.
Well,
The 7's in the way. Or the 5. excuse me,
yeah,
whatever ball
the
that is
lanes are
on top.
kind of
Yep.
blocked. The 2 railers got so much traffic, but I still think he's going to do something with this ball. I might just drive this up and out of play. Oh, look at this. He's
He's
playing
going
the
3
3-railer
rails.
and going in between the 1-7. Well, this is exotic. Oh, boy, it didn't work, but it would have looked cool. And that's all that matters.
Well, he had a big window to go
Yeah.
through, and he should have gone through it,
Yeah.
and it would have been okay.
Yeah, he was trying something pretty awesome right there, and sometimes it works.
I remember playing that shot, that particular shot, a few times in a tournament, and Scott was there, and he kind of just said to me, George, that's not a good shot to shoot.
Well, I mean, it was kind of laying right to shoot.
It was laying
but
pretty good.
it's, you know,
And so was the escape.
we always joke when people shoot shots and we go, he must be getting staked, you know, when they shoot a shot like that. Because on your own money, I don't know. So that 3 looks semi-wired to me off the 8, and the 8 kind of close. So you got to be concerned with those. I would be wanting to move those right here. Yeah, just, okay.
He left
I
them.
guess they're not dead. Because if they're dead, Shane would have done something with them. He can't just leave them wired.
The other thing he did that I think was good for Shane is he blocked the bank on the 15 ball, because
Yeah.
those 3 balls on Shane's side, you can't do anything with them. He would have banked that 15. Ended up behind the 5.
I mean, Shane is thrilled to have a 2-2 scoreline here, ball count, with the way this game started.
And that's very important for a lot of you people that are learning to play one pocket, is when you're going to let your opponent come to the table and you can't put them on a rail, put them up against the ball.
Yeah, yeah. When you're in trouble, do something simple. Do something you can pull off every time. I mean, all one pocket really is a pool IQ test, because there's really, it's not paint by numbers. I mean, you know, when you play rotation, you know, you shoot the one, you get on the wrong side, duck on the two. We all kind of understand that this game, you got 15 balls out there and a trillion options, and it's up to you to be a genius or a ding dong. I mean, it's up to you.
If you can find 3 or 4 options for every shot,
Right.
you don't know one pocket.
Right,
well
right,
enough.
yeah, because there's usually 3 or 4 options, and your job as a player is to pick the best couple options.
Yeah. Lowest risk reward, lowest risk, highest reward.
Nice shot there. Josh will just remove the 7, push it over to his side, keep the cue ball kind of to the back rail.
See, every time you see these two gentlemen shoot a shot that they're not shooting make or play position, look where they leave the cue ball.
Right.
On a rail. Up against a ball.
Well, Shane's in a tough spot here. He has
Yes.
to elevate, and now the 3-8 should move to his side, though, so that's good.
And this is what you call an up table game in one pocket. They're pushing the balls to the top of the table, which means that most players can't run a lot of balls if they get an opportunity. And this is the kind of game, actually, that Nick Varner was a champion at. He'd push them all into a wedge, into a corner.
Right.
And then they'd have to make the balls to get them down to spot, and it was just...
Yeah, and you play in bank pool with one of the best bankers in the world for
Yeah.
that position.
And
He just bank you to death.
And it gives one pocket a horrible name because it's so tedious then, and it's so slow.
Right.
But it's one of the most strategic games of all.
Now, that right there, Josh does not want to do. You never want to leave the. Sometimes you're limited though, and you have to. But the good players, the great players like Josh, do not like leaving that cue ball out in the middle of the table, kind of exposed. It gives the incoming player more options. But there's times where that's about all you can do. Boy, is he shooting this bank?
That I like that shot.
You do?
Yes,
isn't
the one
cue
railer?
ball- well, the cue ball's going to sell out the
I think he can
13.
draw under it.
Well, yeah, I mean, then you're just playing for one, but I think he's going to try to kind of stay up on the back rail or something.
Oh, he went forward?
Well, yeah, that was actually a real nice. Like I said, remember I said earlier, putting balls near your hole is more powerful in pockets
Yes.
as tight, because these pockets will handcuff even a great Josh Filler or Shane Van Boening.
And he has actually doubled him up. Had
Right.
he not doubled him up,
Yeah, nice shot.
Josh would have shot at that 2-ball for position and banked the one out
Yeah.
of there.
And by the same token, now Josh will shoot the 3-2 combination and draw the cue ball back, like into traffic here, like right over the top of the 5 or something. But he looked to see if the 4 passes the 1 before he does this.
And that gentleman right there with his hand on his chin is the guy that said looks like
I'll have to look at that
Brad
guy.
shot. Sorry for the distraction.
Oh,
This
no,
is a
no,
great
no,
game.
Yeah, there you go. Nice
He
shot.
went rail first.
Yeah, well, to cover the cue ball more. Very nice.
Very nicely done.
Now, see, here's where Shane, if it was me, I might kick to the side rail over here and make the 10. I mean, Josh isn't going to shoot the 2 from there, and if he does, knock yourself out.
What about pocketing the 15 and putting the cue ball behind the
Yeah,
the
something
5
like that.
there?
I like that too. Yeah, see, I think he saw it. Yeah, this is the shot I
Yeah,
like right here.
Right there. Something like this.
Yeah, perfect. Nice shot, Shane. Shane's got me on the payroll here. Now Josh will keep him up in this little forest of balls here. You're just going to do. Like he's going to shoot the 5 and just stop the cue ball. My buddy Robert Blowers likes it when I say this, but I call this is very one pockety. This is like this is the way to play the game right here. Nice shot. He might have fouled there, but it's still a decent shot.
I don't believe it was called. He's still by the table, maybe.
Now Shane might kick to the very end rail and stay behind this 15 when all is said and done. He wants to protect that 1 that's down by his pocket. unless this 4 passes the 1, then he might shoot. He sees the 13, maybe. Wow, is he going to shoot that? Well, yeah. I would have to own 14 houses to shoot that. I think I'm staying behind. I'm staying behind the 15 here.
Well, here's Shane.
Oh, what a shot. And he hit it so good he kind of got trapped. Well, now what?
Play the ball in the spot.
Yeah, I mean.
Bit
Yeah,
risky,
I guess
risky,
so.
but
You
it pays dividends.
You could try to go into the 2.
Yep. I think if you play the ball in the spot, you just go for it.
You just go for
You
it?
just go for it.
Yeah, don't miss
Just say,
it.
hey, I got to make this.
Wow.
Because the natural angle takes you past the 2.
Yeah, you might run
to
all
the
the way
diamond.
back down
You might
table.
run all the way back. If it puts a little spin on it, you might go into the 2.
This is easy to miss here. Yeah, it's
Yep.
easy to miss. Well, I like what he did with the cue ball, unless he takes the subway. That's no good. Uh-oh.
And that's always a danger when
Yep.
you're back cutting the spot shot.
Well-
Either that corner or 2 rails.
You know, it's real easy for me to say, well, I would have done this now because he missed. But, you know, he's one of the best one-pocket players in the world. And if he thought that was the shot, then I'm going with it. It just didn't work out that time.
It just wasn't executed.
Right. Tough shot. You know, what are you going to do? This is got to be cued. Well, nice shot.
He's going to get a lot of balls here.
Oh, yeah.
Can
Filler's
he get
got
out? It's a question.
chance.
It looks like there's 5 balls there.
Yeah, he's got a chance to go ahead 3-1 on this side.
Do you keep running balls and then bank the 1?
Yeah. I'd
Okay.
run as many as I could and then
Okay.
probably bank the 1 at the end. But sometimes I'll bank the 1 and maybe go to the 2 at the end or something like that. I'm
What is
just
the
a
last
straight
one?
pull player. I don't shoot banks. But
I don't like banking my last ball.
Right.
I'd rather, you know, play like position off that bank for the 2. 6,
no, he's
7,
a
8.
little tree topped over the 8. Not going to be thrilled with this. Even Joshua Filler could miss a ball like this because when you're elevated this much, very difficult. Nice shot.
And 1 more for a 3-1 lead in a race to 5. And 3-1 it
Dream
is.
start with Killer Filler. Yeah, he just has Shane's number. I mean, I'm so used to Shane always winning. And then there's this little kryptonite, this little 140-pound kryptonite from Germany that just always seems to slow down Shane's momentum.
Well, that little kryptonite set Derby City on its heels last year
Yeah.
when he was winning one-pocket games and one-pocket matches in under 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a super talented player. Plays so much by feel and instinct, just points and goes. It's like a modern day Earl Strickland, just flying around the table like a little buzzsaw.
And with the break at 3-1, Joshua Filler. Good break. What's your opinion on taking I've seen players do this and play the carom off the 7.
Only if
Just
it
to
was
get
going
out
to
of the
produce
trap.
more position, but
Right.
that wouldn't really get you nothing to get so you'd risk the whole game to get 1. They wouldn't shoot it here, but there is times that's absolutely the right shot. This one's just not quite laying for it.
Not trying to justify anything, but look at the bank on the 9.
Oh
He's got
yeah,
the
oh
window.
he's definitely going to
Yeah.
shoot the 9 into the back of the 14 and try to make it off the 14.
I love some of these camera angles, and when I saw that, I said, "Oh, hello."
And see, this is that little stun run through. You got to kind of pop it and get the. Oh, he rolled it. Oh,
Just rolled
okay.
it.
Well, that was. Well, you can't do nothing with the balls at that speed, but the stun run through just wasn't laying right, I guess. Oh, I thought he put
He
more
could have
pace.
still done that.
I thought he would have put more pace on that and moved some rocks to his hole.
I
But
agree.
I'm never going to question the
Well,
king.
we can't question him because he'll come out here and say, George, you've got
Yeah, he's
12-4.
like, Schmitty, you got 10-6 to break. Shut your mouth. Now, when you're playing cheap and you're wanting to show off and have fun here, you can 3-rail this 5-ball with inside English to your hole and go 3 rails
Those
around
are
the
the
table
cue
behind the 14. And it's an ESPN shot, looks good, but there's a double kiss, so he won't shoot that, I don't think. But
And on top of it, to make it look even better, there's a little tiny window between the 1 and the, is that the 12 there? That it might be able to go in.
yeah,
It's crazy. But
I'll tell you what, it is kind of laying. Now, it's
crazy.
laying kissable up in the top left corner, Eric, but he's going to 3-row foul behind the 14 here.
I'll tell you what, John, even I wouldn't shoot that.
Yeah.
And I shoot at everything. Look how nice he hit this ball.
Nice shot.
And he got a rail. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, Shane's in a terrible spot. Now Shane's going to have to take a foul back down behind the 8. Yeah, this is the shot all day here. When I really got first into One Pocket, like 24, 5 years old, I just thought, like, really? That's the shot? It just didn't make any sense to me. But same here. I always thought, like, taking a foul was your last resort. And then after I lost all my money about 200 times, I realized that was what the good players do. Now, I'll tell you, he's got a lot of options here. He can either take a foul up against the 2-4, come off the 2 behind the 14. I mean, Shane's in big trouble here. Oh, that got away from him a little bit.
He was trying to get behind the 14 or up against the 7.
Yeah, those are always delicate. Shane might just have to come off the bottom of the 6 and over behind the 12 or something real basic. Yeah, Josh has learned the game. He's shooting all the right shots. He takes fouls on the right spots. He defends the little soldiers around his pocket well. I mean, he really knows what he's doing. He's got the wisdom of a 40, 50-year-old playing this game at 27, which is pretty impressive.
Do you know how long he spent at Roy's basement?
Oh, yeah.
You don't think they schooled him a little bit there?
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I promise you, he's at home watching Tony Chohan and Shane Van Boening and all the greats playing One Pocket. And with his talent, once he sees the game played right, he's off and running.
Well, he probably should have been watching guys like Cliff Joyner.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot. That was so much harder than Shane made that look.
And it might go.
If you overcut that ball like an eighth of an inch, the cue ball just rockets out and leaves Josh straight in. Josh acknowledged how great of a shot that was. Yeah, this was way tougher than he made it look. That could save him this game because he was in big trouble.
And in One Pocket, it's a shot like that that turns everything around. And I mean, you can be thinking you're going to win this game. Look at the way they lay. I'm in such good shape. And all of a sudden,
now he's going to
get that.
He's going to take a foul up against the 14, but this might
It's
get away.
Leak.
Oh, he got away with it.
Oh, no, it didn't.
Shot.
He hit it.
Nice shot.
I thought that was going to come between those two balls and sell out the 14. Sure looked like it.
Now, I believe Shane has to try to come off this 11 and get behind the 8. And this is tougher than it looks. If you clip the 12, you can scratch.
Well, this is quite a treat for Predator to invite these 4 players and give us 2 One Pocket matches where they're going to win $10,000 apiece. I mean, as far as the winners, of course. And
nice shot.
But they won't be. That'll be it. Just the 2 matches is all we're having.
Yeah, I was happy to see this, George. When I heard they were doing this, I thought, the fans at home will dig this. And I like watching One Pocket myself. It's very entertaining to me, and I've seen a lot of games. of it, but it's really the only pool game I could sit and watch for hours without getting a little distracted.
I was kind of sorry that uh, the World 10 Ball wasn't being held here, but you know, Predator said those are world title tournaments, and let's put them out around the world.
Yeah,
So they moved that tournament to late September in Vietnam, and they, instead of just giving 1 or 2 tournaments up here, they brought 8 in.
yeah.
And this
amazing.
one pocket face-off is a genius idea, in my opinion. And it's just, I'm just tickled pink with it. When it said
Yeah.
that, and the mixed doubles is awesome. The juniors, the 12 players that are playing in the junior showdown that kicked off today, that's been great. We got a problem?
Something with this
Shot clock.
or score or something possibly.
Shane says, what do you guys say? My hearing aids are off. But yeah, this is just a big thank you for all this different activity. Timeout, folks. We're going to a timeout, and I'll fill the air. I'll baffle you with BS, and then I'll try to have John give you some facts and flatter us with facts. But there's 8 tournaments here. We have the women's Las Vegas Open, 64 players all around the world. There's 38 countries represented between the men's and the women's tournaments. So we have players from all around the world, over 200 of them. We have 12 juniors for Junior America playing in the tournament. They're playing for, I think, a total of $16,000. First place gets $5,000. Second place gets $3,000. Then we have, of course, the Las Vegas Men's Open, which is 128 players. I think it's 37.5 for first place. We also have a pair of sports. We have 2 gentlemen putting on an exhibition, and they'll be playing, I think it's tomorrow. Let me get those dates out, because I just wanted to go over it real quick. What am I missing? We have a challenge of champions between the world 10-ball champion, Christina Tkach, and the world 9-ball champion, Rubelin Ahmet, and they will face off playing a set of each of the respective championships. If they both each win theirs, or if they both are tied, they'll go to an 8-ball to break the tie. They'll play a set of 8-ball to break the tie. Now we're back to the one pocket action. I think I cut them all off, except for the mixed doubles. 32 teams of mixed doubles.
It's a circus here. It's a lot of events. It's awesome.
If you
Something
can,
for everybody.
if you can ride, bike, or fly here to Vegas, get over here, because you've got a lot of action.
Okay, I have to freaking remember which
Pocket is whose.
Yeah, who's who after all that. Who's who?
Josh
what are we
was-
doing?
Josh was at the table, so it's probably
Josh's
his shot on the other side there, on the top side of the table. There's the left-hander getting down to shoot. Looks like he's shooting at the 1 ball. No. Yep, at the 1 ball.
Look at this shot.
Look at the
Really?
control to miss the ball,
Well,
and not because he hits it, he could have scratched off.
well,
of it.
yeah. I mean, that was
Shane will come off this 8 and see if he can get behind the 3, or he'll pick what he wants. He's got a lot of options.
yeah.
Like you said, don't leave it in the middle.
I kind of like driving this. That I don't
That
know
one?
what number
Not
ball
sure.
that is, but that purple ball, and then coming down behind the 3 here. Get this ball in the 7 to your side. Kind of stun them out of there like that, and come down behind the
Yeah.
3. Nice.
And for a lot of you one pocket players that are learning this, when in doubt, leave your opponent right where Shane left it, in front of your opponent's pocket, on the rail.
When in doubt, ask for more weight.
There's always that.
Good shot. Yeah, that was a good shot there. Now Shane has to really just dink around. When you just simply cover the cue ball, it limits what they can do. They can't drive anything to their hole. I had the misfortune of learning to play one pocket back in the late 90s with Jack Cooney. And I mean, we were playing, I know this sounds like, you know, Al Bundy stories, but we were playing 1,000 a game in the late 90s. And I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, the guy moved so good, so much better than me. And I remember my dad saying to me, like, well, there's 40 million people in California. Can't you just find somebody else to play? And I'm like, it doesn't work like that, Dad. I got to try to figure out how to beat this guy.
Oh, how do you like banking that 12 ball off the one back towards your hole?
Yeah, well, it's
Oh,
okay, but
that's
you,
Josh's hole right there.
well, even if it wasn't, you're exposing the cue ball though. And whenever you I always kind of explain to my friends, it's like imagine being in a gunfight and you're both behind a tree. You would not step out from behind that tree. You got to always hide the cue ball and hide behind the tree. I think he's gonna maybe just cross the 3 out and go down table like this. I like this, yes. Good shot. Now Josh is in a terrible spot from here. A lot can go wrong.
I think the 12 ball might cut. He's crazy enough to shoot it.
Well,
if it does, if he thinks it does.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody would shoot it, it's him. But
yeah,
I don't believe
this
it goes,
angle,
George.
I don't like it. I just, I'm just saying, if it does, he'd have to look at it.
Boy, he's elevating from there. Wow, what a good hit that was. If you cut that ball to the right or left too much, it's a total car wreck, and you sell out.
Yeah, because that corner, he just barely missed the corner.
Oh yeah, that was
a
good shot.
No, that young man doesn't make very many bad ones.
No. Oh, I've tried to copy him. I've tried to kind of do the little head tilt like he does, and I still suck. But
you got no chance. You're right-handed.
No, I know. But he's such a great player. Yeah, I try to copy everything I see, and but I just have to do it the way it feels comfortable. Nice shot. See, there's more value. Like, okay, see the 13 ball. If we were playing on buckets, they might just shoot that in. On this table, they won't shoot it. So this is more the right shot.
So do you think he's enticing him to shoot that shot?
No, Josh is too smart to shoot at that. He won't shoot that. I can't imagine. I mean,
well, if he does, you'll be playing position.
No, he's shooting it, of course. Yeah.
He's trying to get over by the 8.
I'm sorry. I just can't see how this is the right shot here. You get one ball. You get one ball. You got to shoot a shot that tough to get one. Oof.
Well, what's tough for you might not be tough for him.
Well, I mean, I played enough pool. Yeah, that's a 1-iron even for that kid there. I mean, that was a heck of a hit.
Yeah. Uh-oh. You know what I hear? I used to hear some of these one-pocket players say is you couldn't put a gun to my head to shoot that shot.
No, I mean, it was just super missable to get one. Sometimes, though, you do have to shoot a shot like that just to kind of get out of a mess. Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's happy he did not sell out that 8. Shane might be able to lean over and nick this 8 in. Well, maybe not. Maybe Shane's banking the 2. Or I can't see from this angle. I think he's playing some kind of little soft shot. Oh, the 9 he could hit. Oh, look at this. He made it too. What a shot.
Chin.
Well, now the trouble starts. He really doesn't have much from here.
Combo.
Yeah.
Or the 3. And the side pocket's a concern.
Now, see, what I'd be looking to do from here, because the 1-2's tied up, I would be looking to defend this one ball that's by the hole, maybe, unless he has a path here. Oh yeah, you can shoot the 4. Excuse me.
The 4 or the 3. Is
yeah, right.
What I saw.
Big pocket here. He might be able to bump it in off the side of the 9. Still requires a lot of execution. Nice shot there. Gets hooked again.
Still only has half a pocket. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that these Predator tables are made with 4 1/4 inch pockets, and this table. They built the special top for it with 4 1/8 inch pockets, and that was put on just before the match yesterday, and then taken off and put the regular top back on, and then is replaced today.
Yeah, this is.
So these pockets are 4 1/8.
Very tight.
Normally, Predator tables are made and sold with 4 1/4 inch pockets.
What is he playing this combination? Unbelievable. What a tough shot that is. Well, he knew he didn't give up much. So I don't blame him there. But
Go on.
he's not going to like what's coming next, I promise you.
Well, I will say one thing real quick to remind some of the viewers. If you just joined us, in the booth with me, I'm George Teachow, is John Schmidt. One pocket player extraordinaire, straight pool player extraordinaire.
Oh, thank you, George.
And this Josh Filler extraordinaire just gave up something that may cost him a game.
Well, I'm in the top 10 in Rock Springs, Wyoming now, I think. To my buddies listening back home. Hi to all my friends there, Josh and Jason and Kyle and Brian. You'd love these guys, George. They're all larger than life, like Crocodile Dundee type personalities, you know, pool players. They're good dudes. And I'm getting them into the one pocket, so I bet you they're tuned in right now and enjoying this.
I don't want to brag. When I was 16 years old, I was the best player in my town.
That's right. Well, that's why I had to move to a town with 23,000 people, so I could be one of the better players. California's got like 3,000 guys who never miss a ball. Good shot. Come across a little more.
Of course, there's only 2 people that play pool.
You're right. Oh man, he just needed to roll a little bit.
A little
farther.
bit more, and he'd be comfortable.
This is huge.
Yeah,
because he would have
Would
been
you shoot
straight
here?
in, win the game. Now he's still gambling here a little bit.
I think he shoots here. I think.
Oh, he'll shoot.
And he'll hit the 11 on coming up. Maybe.
Well, I think he's
Maybe.
going to try to draw into the 12. To
Oh,
be
okay,
honest with
gotcha.
you, if he can, because then the cue ball can hit the 12, hit the in rail, and kind of spin up for a shot. But this is quite missable, even for the great Shane Van Boening.
No
Snuck
reward.
it in there. Snuck it in there. Good shot.
No reward.
Now there's a shot here that's not easy, obviously, but sometimes you can play the 12 off the side of the 14 to the in rail towards roll and draw down underneath the 2-11.
I see the shot.
But it's, I mean, you know, it just has to be laying just right.
Or just draw the 12 off the, draw the cue ball off the 12 underneath it.
Yeah, or you would 2-rail the 12 if you could and do the same thing. But
Try to remove him. He's probably going to give him the 2 ball and just.
Yeah, he's got a nice ball
Take
lead,
him
so
out.
drive the balls out of play.
Oh, my.
Good shot. Good shot.
Excuse me. Even better.
Very good.
Yeah, these 2 matches the Predators put on for you. That's one of the things that I love about what we saw yesterday, and I love what we're seeing here. People go out there and say one pocket is so slow. It's like watching paint dry and grass grow and all this. Tell me this isn't exciting.
Well, yeah, that's like that meme on Facebook where they go, tell me you don't know what you're talking about without saying you don't. When you say one pocket's boring, it's just that you're not familiar with all the options on a pool table. And I think if you give the game a chance, it'll grow on you and you'll become a better player. And you'll see why all the best, I tell my friends that when you go into pool rooms all across the country, this is the predominant game that's gambled at. And they're like, really? I've never even heard of it. I'm like, all the best players are playing this.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I walk into a pool hall at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and see what they're playing.
Every table.
Everywhere you go, it's
Yep.
one pocket.
Now he's going to try to bank this 11 and get behind the 11, or bank this 13 or whatever it is. Yeah, he'd like to get behind the 111, obviously. Yeah, that's a little high right English. Now spin, get behind him. Nice shot. Nice shot. Shane's a big favorite this game. I don't know what the odds would be, but I would venture a guess like a 2-1 favorite at least.
In winning this game.
Wouldn't you think, George? 2-1 maybe?
Well,
3-1?
there's let's see, there's a ball in front of his hole.
And you're up 4 balls to,
and
yeah.
he's behind the ball here. There's how many balls? There's 5, 10, 12 balls on the table. No, 11 balls on the table because Shane has 4. So, yeah, he's a big favorite here.
Tell you what, pretty smart what he just did right there. That's why they like the tight pockets, because then there's value to these kind of moves.
That's one of the best moves in one pocket, especially on a tight table. Cue ball against the head rail.
Now look at this shot. He might even play this rail first so that the cue ball comes over behind the 1. Efren Reyes, the first I saw shoot, or you just shoot it in like Shane Van Boening. That had a little bit more maybe risk, but your make percentage was probably a tad higher. What a nice shot that was.
Well, as I see this shot, the risk I saw was coming off the point, knowing
Well,
where the
that
cue ball
too,
was
yeah,
going.
yeah. If you hit the ball heavy, you'll drive into the point or something. That was fantastic. And I'm not sure the rail first was even available, but just shot his way out of trouble there. Yeah, what a shot that was on the 10.
And it's shots like that that make for the argument. Who wins, a shooter or a mover?
Well, assuming they both, I mean, if both players have the same kind of amount of knowledge, the shooter's going to win. But see, Shane is a fantastic shooter and mover. So, and so is Filler, of course. But yeah, a shooter will beat a mover if they both kind of move mediocre.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yeah. Because it's still pool. You still have to pocket a lot of balls and shoot straight, make good hits. I mean, moving's cute and all, but at some point you do got to start pumping them balls in there. And the straight shooters are tough to beat.
The referee that's racking the balls is Perry Anderson. It's funny. I've been watching Perry referee these matches, and almost in every match he referees, something unusual comes up. And he says to me, "How come I always get the
weird stuff, yeah.
problems?" Yeah.
Yeah, when you're a referee, you just want to be not remembered
Exactly.
for anything. Yeah.
Exactly. Poor guy. He's a great guy. Nice guy.
I kind of like him just driving the 2-ball over to his side of the table. Nothing fancy. Just kind of laying the cue ball right there with the 2 ace.
Yeah, I like that.
He might see something different, but oh, wait a minute. Does the 8 have a lane to do anything? No.
Something.
Well, he can do something with the 14. Oh, he can bank the 14, run into the 7. Yeah, well, that's better. Look at here. Hey, I overlooked that.
And I'm telling you what, the way he hit that, he was playing it off the 10
Oh,
ball.
yeah. Oh, sure.
Or trying to get it off the 9.
Now what Shane's looking at here is he knows that if he banks the 7 towards his hole, puts the cue ball in the end rail, that Josh probably would only be able to make the 14 and run into the back of the 9. The only other shot I see for Shane would be to masse around the 11 to the end rail and kick bank the 14 to his side, and the cue ball runs upstream of it. That all sounds easy. That's a nightmare, but he's considering it.
And this is also the 3rd time in 3 different games that Shane has been faced with almost an impossible situation.
Right.
One time he ran 7 balls out of it.
Well, this is damage control
yeah,
here, George. If you get in a spot like this, you say to yourself, okay, Josh is going to make this 14, but I'm going to leave him in a spot where he can only maybe make 1.
Up on top.
Yeah.
Against the rail.
And you have to leave Josh very thin on the 14, otherwise he can draw underneath the 9.
He's going to come off this. Is he going to bank the 7 and come off of it, or just going to bank the 7 and go for it?
No, he'll float the 7 to his hole and lay the cue ball up there, I would think. Or he could just.
No, he's firing.
Well, he just.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
He bet the whole game on. He bet the whole game on the shot.
Again, he owns 14 houses. Do your thing, Shane.
Yeah, but it's a small pocket with a 2 ball there.
Yeah, but if you leave that cue ball on that back rail frozen,
yes,
Josh is going to get. Now Josh is going to get like 6 on you. So I don't know. I
kind of like your suggestion. There's bank it softly, maybe into the 2, put something in front of your pocket, and leave the ball up on top.
Yeah.
And so he can't do this.
Yeah, because when you leave Josh that thick hit, he might be able to run some balls. And so I'm never going to question the great Shane Van Boening, but I kind of have to disagree. I played enough one pocket. I disagree with what he did there.
Well, that's the other thing about
I still want him to sign my case, though.
And I know a friend that when he gets in a tough money game or he's pressured, he sits there and he wonders, what would people do? Other people do. Don't do what other people will do. Do what you do best.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and Shane felt, I do this best, I'm going for it.
I guess so, and you can't fault him for that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's his money, it's his game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he knows the options.
Sure.
He knows he could have laid it soft and did all that, but he just got in the mood to go. Sometimes it works. Look at this shot, inside English to come around.
The reverse three
Oh,
railer.
yeah. Oh,
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yep, that was pretty. Yeah, on the new cloth, that shot works so nice because it lets go off the third rail so good. Third and fourth rail, really.
This young man can make the most of any shot. Where you think you gave up 2, you gave up 6. Where you think you gave up 1, he gave up 8.
Now he's going to try, I don't know if it's laying right, to 2 rail this off the back of the 1 and draw the cue ball kind of near the 2. It might even clip off the 3, 4 and jiggle towards his pocket, just like that. Yeah, good shot. That's about all you could hope for.
There's your reverse 3 railer.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you want the cue ball to your right another inch, but it's still something to look at sometimes.
Plus the 7 ball could come into play.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's
playing it.
No, I think he's just ducking up in the top left corner. No, he shot it.
He shot it.
He shot it. It was laying good. Oh, wow, he hit it good, too. And left the 7, though.
That's what
But that's a little unfortunate to leave.
Well, he had to bump it just right to leave the shot.
Oh,
but it's funny, how many times do you do that and it happens every
It does happen a lot.
time.
It's funny you say that because that does happen. You got to make a great shot here when you do anything. This is the old through the Cheerio.
When you shoot
Shot it
funny
right
shots,
in.
you get funny results.
Nice shot. Unfortunate for Shane, though, that that not just was a shot, it left the perfect angle to fall safely behind the 1. Things that aren't going Shane's way.
Well, I hate to say, I do that a lot, and it's just, it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
It punishes you for shooting a risky shot.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there was some risk there. That got about as tough as it could. Good shot. Oh, he hit that with inside English, too. That was a good shot. Now he'll spin around with, oh, he only needs 1. Yeah, nice out there. Yeah, this set's getting away from Shane a little bit.
Well, it is 4-1, 4-2, excuse me, so. I forgot how many balls Shane had in that rack.
Now they're going. I'll tell you. You play like. Well, these guys too. They can get in the mood to play tight, where they never leave a shot. They take tons of fouls, but they're both in this sort of like gunslinger mode, where they're gonna shoot at a lot of shots that I would categorize as high risk, but they're sexy. I mean, they're neat looking, but man, you can blow games doing it.
Yes, you can. Yeah, when you execute them,
yeah,
you look like a
people
champion.
put pictures of you on their walls and stuff.
You look like a champion, and when you don't, you look like a sucker.
Yep. As Danny Diliberto, you say you sleep on the street.
There's someone we just lost that meant a lot.
Known him 30 years. He was like a father to all of us.
Sure.
And, I was really, nice to see him get to live to be about 90 years old, though. He affected a lot of people, and we all loved him.
Well, usually the break's an advantage. In this particular instant, leaving the 3 ball, he's probably hoping that Shane doesn't get much more than the 1 ball.
Yeah.
11 available.
I mean, maybe he could get behind the 2. I can't tell if it goes, but I don't think he has enough angle here to go off the in rail and crash into him or anything.
What he doesn't want to do is get behind a ball that he can't deal with a 6.
That's right. That's exactly right. Oh, look at this. He might get on the 2.
Nope.
Not quite. Just remove the 6. Yeah, Josh has played amazing, pocketed everything, and and the balls have kind of cooperated for him. And sure enough, he's leading the match because of it. Wow, he's shooting at this.
Wow.
He might own 15 homes. I don't know. This is like going to get you one
Well,
ball.
this is only a race to 5.
Look at this. Oh.
And
well,
now, like I said, you do not want to be in a position where you can't address your problem ball.
Shane's just in the mood to shoot, and
I'd rather be in a mood to win $10,000.
Yeah.
Trouble in River City.
He's down 4 games to 2 and
Yeah.
trapped. This is where you got to maybe take a foul. He's going to shoot
He's
the
gonna
8.
shoot the 8.
Wow. Jacked up over the pile, banking the
All
8.
ball fouls. Careful. Nope. I don't think
Tell
it's
you
in.
what, he hit it pretty decent. Put it on Christmas layaway.
Oh my. An inch harder, it rolls in.
Be interesting to see what he does. He's going to look at the 7, 13, 6 combination. It doesn't go, I don't believe.
There's the 8 ball staring you in the face. Never up, never in. He's going to protect the 6. Smart
Yeah,
shot. He
yeah.
could have gone rail first and made the 6, but
Yeah, that's right.
not sure where the cue ball's going.
Yeah, I don't disagree with this one bit. You might see a cool shot here where he force follows through this ball and drives it out 2 rails, and the cue ball like hugs the rail and then kind of jiggles the 6 out, if not makes it.
And yeah, what would happen with that shot, and I like your shot there, John, is the cue ball follows and the 7 ball goes 2 rails into the stack, pushing balls to his hole.
Well, the byproduct of having a match that we would kind of call a exhibition match is the players will shoot shots that are a little bit on the exhibition side, which is more entertaining for the fans at home and the crowd, because they've played what we'd call loose and flashy, and it's fun to watch. You get to see some exotic shots.
Well, this is an exhibition, but there is 10,000.
Oh yeah, no,
risk,
they're trying
so.
to win. Yeah, absolutely. Now he can drive the 5 onto the 6, I believe. Get out of this mess.
I kind of like that when you called that shot on that 7, because it goes 2 rails, and look at the line of balls on the bottom it could go off of and go in the hole.
Yeah.
And the cue ball should follow and make the 6.
He might shoot. He tried to double kiss his 6 out. Like, oh no, he went in and just made it. Okay, I don't blame him there. When the pockets are this tight, though, you can really get balls away from the hole easier.
Well, he has played himself out of a little bit of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
He still got trouble with those 2 balls that favored Josh's pocket, but not much favors Shane's. So.
Oh, and don't be surprised if it's Hill in an hour from
Well,
here.
and that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Shane is, you better put him away when you get a chance, because he can, such a great player that all of a sudden he can turn a set around on you.
I have no problem playing this 10 ball into that 15 over to your pocket and bringing the cue ball up against the 1 if he can see it. Except that he's close to the rail and has to elevate.
Yeah, that kind of limits what you can do, doesn't it?
Yep. It's lined up for it.
Yeah,
It just seems to be. Does it go by the 1 to do that? The cue
Yeah,
ball?
he might be able to, George. I believe he's going to just come off the 1 and put the cue ball kind of on the back rail, or off the 10, or something basic here.
Risky shot again, but it laid nice. It looked like it laid nice
Yeah, it
on
had
our
potential,
monitor.
right? Yeah,
On
from our
That's right.
perspective,
On
yeah,
our
we're
monitor, it
we're
looked like it
guessing.
laid good.
We're guessing a lot. I'll tell you what. Shane. Okay, he's going to drive the 11 over to his side, put the cue ball on the back rail, I would think. There you go.
And again, if you'll take note, look where the cue ball is almost every time
Yeah, you want
these
that.
gentlemen shoot.
You want that cue ball on that rail or the other
Yep.
rail on the other end of the table a lot. And we're going to see some one pocket here. These balls as they start moving upstream. You know, and I could be wrong here, but I feel that there almost is more moving and experience required when you get to the middle of the game, because when you're at the beginning of the game, yes, there's a lot of options, but they're so obvious because the stacks together. I'm going to bank this and stick. Anybody can figure that out. But the very experienced players, they really know how to move when the balls are open and there's only 6, 8, 10 of them. That's when you would think, I don't really need to know how to move, but you really have to understand where to leave the cue ball or you'll get painted into a corner.
Actually, you brought that point up, I think, at a very good time, because this game has been an example of just that.
This would be like the middle of the game.
Sure.
And the ball count's fairly even and the balls are spread fairly even. You really need experience to not sell out from here.
Now see those 2 balls by the side pocket. Shane does not want to move those ever.
Right.
It blocks a little bit of the banking lane for Filler, and they don't go to his hole unless you get perfect on them.
And this is the part of the game I've always struggled at, because the guys that are really great bankers, I mean, you're playing kind of a glorified game of bank pool from here, and once they get into this position, they just kind of won you to death, and they bank them balls 1 and 2 rails on you. The Sky Woodwards and Billy Thorpes, man, they are tough to beat from spots like this.
Thank you, John. That's what I didn't cover.
Oh, the banks.
The bank pool.
The fans
and he just mentioned 2 players that are here are going to be playing in our bank pool showdown. 12 of the best bank pool players will be playing bank pool. So we've got a little bit of everything. These 11 days here. This is day 3 of 11 at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. That's why I said ride, bike, fly, drive, get your behind down here, and join us in some of the best tournaments you're going to see. All for free. You can come in here for free. You can watch on the live stream for free. Josh has made that. As soon as he walks away like that, you know he's made
Oh, yeah, you're in deep trouble when he
Yep.
flies to the other end of the table.
He starts walking to his position shot.
Yep.
And needing 1 game. Let's see, let's take a look at the ball count here. And that's another thing in one pocket. Never lose track of the ball count.
Oh, yeah.
Know what the score is. I'm horrible at that.
Now this will be a cool shot here. He shot that because he knew if it went in, it produced a lot. It could have got him position on, easier
He could have
shots.
played the 7 ball or the 15-2 rails and still been in good shape.
Well, luckily for Shane, that did go. Now Shane's considering maybe banking this and trying to get the cue ball kind of up by the 7, or even just following forward for the 9. I mean, I think you got to cover the cue ball a little bit here. I wouldn't want to roll forward. Oh boy, if this doesn't go, you're going to leave something. Well, no, he did okay.
Did okay.
As long as he didn't leave the bank on the 5.
Now, if some of you remember what I said about those 2 balls by the side pocket, this is why you don't move those balls ever.
I'll tell you a shot that I've seen shot here once in a while is you play the 9, rail first on the 5. You might make the 5 for the guy. The 9 will come off the 5 over towards your hole. You draw the cue ball up on top of the 4-7, and it's good things can happen a lot of times.
And it looks well.
He might even be doing it.
No, he's the other pocket.
Right, he played my shot.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now I see it.
That's
yes,
exactly the
first
right
and have
shot.
it slide over that way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gotcha. Only thing that would go wrong there, more than likely, is it doubles up the pocket.
Yeah, sometimes
there,
you'll hang it or
slides and
something,
hang it,
but
yeah.
more often than not,
Yep.
on pockets it's
Good shot.
difficult. Those will jiggle away or something. Yeah, he knows all the moves. kind of pissing me off.
G-rated, John.
Yeah,
G-rated.
yeah, really.
Oh, is he going to get a good bank on his 14 ball?
Wow, that was a good shot.
He's in good shape.
Yeah, he might be able to stiff this.
Will he
in.
shoot at warp speed or will he shoot at warp
Man,
speed?
I'll tell you what, that
See
was
if
a
he just
great
settles for the
shot
ball.
to just pound
Yeah.
that 9 in with a 27-inch backswing. Shot.
Seven balls down, 8 balls on the table.
Now you want to bank the 15 towards your hole and let the cue ball go 2 rails up behind the 11, up behind the 13 maybe. And it'll crisscross under this bank. You hit this with like a high ball with the new cloth that's going to let go off both side rails. So watch it let go. Let's go. Now come on, release. Not bad.
Yeah.
Now Josh could do something with this 13 though. Now he might opt to just knock this away from Shane's hole, which is really going to help Shane.
With the ball count what it is, John, would you wait to try to get some balls on the spot before you try to get aggressive?
Maybe, yeah. Boy, I mean, it's an optical illusion, but it looks like. Wow, is he playing the 2-railer to his hole? Ooh, this would be a good shot if he could beat the kiss here. Nice shot. Nice shot. Now, obviously, Josh would like to bank the 11 to his hole. Sometimes you can shoot the 13 into the right side of the 15, and they both carry around to the side, and you stun run through forward. With Josh being down 5 balls to 2, I was a little surprised he didn't elect to maybe nick something down to his hole.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it almost got away from him.
Almost. Oh, he's got a free bank on the 11. He can play it and slide it off the rail.
Sure. Good cue ball. Now the problem is, now this can lead to problems. Now you can bank this 15 and before you know it, you're in a bad spot.
Yeah. Would you think about pocketing the ball there and leaving the cue ball there?
No, I'm with the this count, I'm banking this 15 and trying to go underneath this whatever ball it is, like the 13, and just get this down near my hole. Oh, that's even better.
That's right.
Yeah,
you want to get a ball in the spot is what I was talking about. Yeah,
well, yeah, if it's natural to do that and make the bank, sure.
And he's actually got 2 balls down close to his hole that are going to play, and the cue ball on the rail almost, on the head rail.
Yeah. That was a good shot. The danger with doing that, running into that ball, if you hit the left side of it at 2 rails around, you leave the guy straight in. That showed some guts to shoot it that way.
Sure. I see a shot here. Tell me how crazy I am to go off the ball in the spot and try to leave the cue ball underneath the 1.
It's not crazy, but it's quite difficult. It's quite difficult, but I think that's the shot.
It just seems to lay good.
Yeah, it does lay good.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at now.
But if you hit this 13, a little thin, a little anorexic, all of a sudden you're selling the 1 out. So this is tough.
No, it's got risk.
Oh, he hit it super nice.
Yeah, he played it.
Yeah, he hit
perfect. So I guess I'm not so crazy after all.
No, that was a good shot. Now the shot I'm kind of seeing here is going rail first on this 10 by the side. You try to make the 10 and the cue ball will glance to the other side of the table. That way you're kind of defending.
Would you ever consider just challenging your opponent and just pocketing the 4 ball, leaving the cue ball up against the 7?
Yeah, there's time. Yeah, but I like this better. The rail first on the 10. I think he has a little microphone in his ear. Because this way Shane cannot do anything to you.
Right.
Yeah. That little sucker move.
Now, see, in your local room, that's a shot that I would consider was to challenge my opponent.
Sure, no, nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
And if you're not playing for too much,
Yeah.
that makes a difference. Did I just get a view of Christina Tkach watching?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Now he's going to really put some left-hand English on this to slow the cue ball down when it hits this rail. Great hit. That was tougher than it looks.
Yes. And if you can't see that, if he throws on that one ball, Josh is not happy.
Josh is in big trouble.
Josh, no happy.
Yeah, that was a heck of a shot. But Shane moves great. Believe me, I've seen him play a ton of one pocket. He knows what he's doing. That's a good shot right there. That could have went real bad. Well, you know, I can't tell for sure, but if you can bank the one and get the cue ball kind of over behind the 13, I suppose that'd be okay. But no, he might be banking this 13 into the one and running up table. I don't know. We'll see. One way to find out. Oh my goodness! That
He wants to stay behind it. He was
scratched.
trying to get behind it.
Well, he's not going to like this. Josh is going to come right off this 13 and put him behind the 11, and the trouble starts.
If he can put him behind the 11 between the rail and not let him see it, he's going to be in big trouble.
All right. Well, same kind of, yeah, this is going to lead to trouble. Now, Shane might come off this ball, drive this ball kind of over to his side and put the cue ball right down by the 7-4. I'm a fan of that.
Isn't this a bit of a free bank on the 15?
Oh, no, I wouldn't classify this as free, but it's shootable. I like running down table with my cue ball here. Put it right up there by the 4-7. Good shot.
Oh, I see what
yeah,
he did
now
here. Look at this.
that's
He's playing it
good
off
shot.
the ball.
Yeah,
And making it.
get in there.
Ooh.
Good shot.
But look at his cue ball.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Nice little rub. Kind of the first real good. I mean, he hasn't really had a bunch of good rolls or anything.
I think he played the kiss. I think he's
Yeah.
playing off
Oh,
that
yeah.
ball.
Yeah, that
from
way
the
he could
get-go.
get the cue ball
Yeah.
to do a little more.
Sure.
So now Shane should roll down and touch the 7 or the 4, I would think. No, he might not be able to see him. I would actually kick at the 4-7 before I would drive this ball away from my side. I mean, this is okay. This is okay for sure. There you go.
You know what's great? The players have not taken a break. They haven't called a timeout.
No,
They haven't called an
You're
extension.
zoned in, buddy.
Um,
Now, this is a tough little hit. Oh, what a shot.
both players have done an excellent job of coming off balls on the spot and tying up the cue ball with the ball by the pocket.
Yeah, this is where I would consider going rail first on the 13 or even kicking at the 7. Well, no, you're ahead 6-2. No, let's not do that. You want to get something out of play here. Yeah, if you can do this is the shot for sure when you're ahead 6-2.
Extension.
There's an extension.
Yeah. it's
Make
one of
me
the
back
first
up
few.
my statement. Good going, Shane.
Yeah, right.
I tell you, folks, we love these players.
Yeah, he's going rail first on the 13, which will move the cue ball down by the 7. Nice shot. Nice shot. Very crafty. Very experienced. That was really probably the play. The only problem is it will leave a 2-railer if you overhit it, underhit it. But
Had he got the cue ball to the rail on the right, it would have been great.
Yeah.
Because if he takes out the 11, he gives up the bank.
Right.
Perfect. Put a ball in play to prevent the ball being taken
I mean,
out.
I'm shocked that Josh hasn't kind of nibbled this 2-railer down in his vicinity, but he looks like he's going to cut this and carry. Wow, what a freaking.
He was playing that ball to hit
What
that
a
ball,
shot.
but he could have
Yep.
scratched off of that.
Sure.
He did sell it out. Had the ball not gotten in, he sold out.
Now you maybe 2-rail this, or you bank the 11 into the 7. Yeah, this isn't bad either.
Yeah, well, he's living by that statement: when you're behind, play like a lion.
Right. No, he's playing the count correctly.
Yep.
I love how he plays. He's a very smart player. Wow,
Look at that
shot. About stole the game right there.
Almost.
About stole the game from nowhere. Shane's
Just go
thrilled
ahead
that didn't go. That would have been the match.
You just go ahead and give this to him.
Yeah, I like just giving him this ball and feel like you escaped here. Now, what you got to be careful of is you can't just give him this ball and let him twist the 1 back on you and get on those balls. So you want to be careful when you shoot this and like try to put the cue ball right up against the 7.
Some players will risk trying to
Oh
corner
yeah,
hook.
yeah. He might go for this 1-ball bank and make the 15. I don't know if it's laying right.
Not gonna like it if it doesn't.
Wow, he just went all out for it. Well, he owned 16
Couple
homes.
times.
I don't know what's going on here. You can't leave Joshua Filler that. I think he was trying to bank it and make
Yes,
his
I
ball, and it
agree.
just got away from him, I guess.
Either that or he just went for it and
Yeah.
said, "I'm making this ball because puts me on the hill and needs
Yeah,
7."
there's some
He's got 2 balls
value in that.
that may be out of play. One of them's in play, the other one's not. The 2 balls on the head rail don't really play.
now.
One plays for a 2-railer, the other does not play.
Now this would be a cool looking shot. He's gonna have to really let the cue ball rip around the table to get on this other ball.
Well, Shane's 2 balls away from forcing another.
Yeah, and everybody,
Game.
even me included, wants to see another game. Wow,
Yes.
that's a nice hit.
And Joshua is 2 balls away from, because he's going to make this one.
Sure. Yeah.
No, they both need 2 from here. And he's making 1. Yep. Or the 2-railer, either way. Let's see which he prefers.
He's going to spin this with high left and go 2 rails right toward that piece of chalk.
I would actually prefer the 2-railer.
Yeah, that would have been fine. He might even kick this ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to kick this to his hole.
Could he 3-rail it?
Yeah, but the kick's laying just
Okay.
beautiful. Hit it
And
with a high left cue ball. The cue ball just shimmies forward. Perfect. This cue ball hugs the rail. Now Shane needs this ball to get to the end rail so he can pocket the 7. Shane, you need them both. Pocket the 7. Oh, I cannot believe he's not pocketing the 7. Wow, that doesn't make no sense. You got to pocket the 7 there.
It's going to go in.
Well, George, you've played enough 1 pocket, and so
Ooh.
have I. When you need 2 and the other guy needs 1, you pocket that 7 and let Josh shoot that crazy cut.
Oh,
You
he'd be
can't
crazy
leave this
bang. No,
7 here.
He'd be banking it
Well, yeah, or
and
something.
have both balls by on his hole,
I mean,
and he made it.
Drano.
And there's the match.
Hey, yeah, Josh played incredible. Shane couldn't get going, and Mr. Kryptonite did it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a match we had today and yesterday and these 11 days here in Vegas that we're going to have. This is day number 3, and we still have 7 to go with some mixed doubles coming up, more of the Las Vegas Opens. The women are going to start playing. The juniors are playing. The bank pool is still to come. The Parasport will be coming up. And John Schmidt will be here all week commentating, signing autographs,
Kissing babies, loaning
kissing
out money.
babies, giving lessons. No, he's not giving lessons. We don't allow him to do that. Well, I don't know what he does in his free time. But he's living in Wyoming now, and he says, come out to Wyoming. I give lessons all the time.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and it was an honor working with
Vince
you, George.
Rookefer, your event manager and good friend. Thanks to him, I've been doing this commentary for Predator now about 10 years. And he's out handing checks now, too. He's also wearing the very same jacket that I am that we got in Austria. But thank you very much for tuning in. Love to have you guys here. Thanks to CSI Expo for all the people they bring in to watch these tournaments, to play with these pros, to get in with them. All we can do is be grateful for everything that's put out here by Predator, by CSI, and the pool world. This event has been going on now, or these events here at the Rio have been going on now for quite some time, and hope to continue having them. John will be part of the commentary group, I hope. And
yeah, looking forward to it. Good job today, George. And that was a great match to watch. A lot of fun.
Let me just close with the sponsors: Pro Billiard Group, Predator Group, Kamui, Yalin, Little Monster, Samsung TV Plus, Box Billiards, Venn Billiards Corporation, and of course Q Sports International. Hello, Ozzy Reynolds. Guys, we're going to sign off. George Stage and John Schmidt signing off. John, you have anything to say to people out there? He does.
Just stay tuned in. We've got a lot of action ahead this week, and I think it's going to get hot and heavy from here. The money's ramping up, the pressure, and the cauldron. These players are down there in that pit playing for their life and for their livelihood, and it's just going to be exciting to watch.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Off we go.